I'm Brad, and he's still Justin, and he is still in his loft in the Bay.
In
Good
the
to see you,
bay.
bro.
Good to see you too.
You ready to talk some NBA hoops now?
Sure am.
Speaking of hoops, shooter.
Whoop.
Uh,
Shooter McGavin. Love it.
uh, all right, let's go ahead and talk some NBA hoops. I know we missed last week because of Thanksgiving. We had some other things going on, but all that did was give us time to come up with other stuff to talk about and more stuff to talk about. But let's talk about something that just happened, and that
Day.
is
Today.
what happened overnight with the LA Clippers basically sending Chris Paul home, saying he's no longer a part of the team. Obviously, reports coming out that he and Ty Lue have not been on speaking terms for at least a couple of weeks. Um, I think a lot of there were some reports that I was reading about folks in the organization not liking the way that Chris Paul goes about his leadership style and holding folks accountable and the way that he does that. Um, so I think the Clippers organization in general is just a dumpster fire right now, and this is just a prime example of how mismanaged that organization is. So, let me get your thoughts on it. What do you think about the CP3 saga with the Clippers? And then we'll jump into our next part of this segment. Where do you think he goes if he plays anymore this year? Which I imagine he will.
Well, I think this is typical Clippers BS.
Yep.
This is why they don't win shit. They literally don't win nothing because they runaway championship caliber players and Hall of Fame players. Are you kidding me right now? Let me explain something, right? So people don't remember OKC about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, roughly. They had CP3 as a free agent, or actually he came over in the SGA trade. I apologize with SGA, and they were expected to win maybe 15, 20 games in his second year, and they went on to make the
They made
playoffs.
the playoffs.
And he was the most clutch player in the league. And all he did was take that leadership and instill it in a guy who's now MVP, easily top three player in the league. I wish I could give him the best player in the league title, but as long as Jokic is playing at his level right now, like,
Yeah.
man. So Jokic to
Jokic's
me is the best
ridiculous.
player in the league, but as far as MVP, that's I'm gonna stick with my guy.
Okay.
But anyways, um, and now you see like all those leadership skills are developing in SGA and it's translating on the court. They're winning games, they're winning championships. They're on pace to break a record. Um, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, like I said, typical Clippers shit, man. They're just crazy. They
They're
shouldn't,
terrible.
take it on the chin, Ty Lue. Do your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, do
Hey,
you want to win or not? You know what? For OKC's sake, I hope they don't win. Let us get a top five pick.
they're not gonna win. They're
Huh?
not. They're not gonna win. You guys are getting a lottery pick.
Oh, I know, man. I'm so
Yeah.
thrilled about it too.
Yeah.
So that's how I
I
feel
think.
about them and
Yeah.
how they treated him. Destination?
Yeah.
I, I'm just gonna say Milwaukee. I think the Bucks, him and Giannis might. I don't know.
Yeah. I.
They could need that leadership and over there, that veteran leadership. There's some motivation behind CP3. And I know some people
Yeah.
are saying, "Oh, bring him to OKC." Jason mentioned in the chat in our text earlier, but that's a young core. They're
You don't
already
even
on
have a
on
roster
pace to
spot
break
open.
records. They don't want to do anything to mess up that
Yeah.
well-oiled machine right now.
Yeah.
Props
You
to
don't even have
props
a
to
roster spot
CP3.
open
Exactly. Like we
to
don't
pick
have
him
we
up
don't have
anyways.
anything. So I'll say the Bucks.
They're not gonna cut a young guy
That's what I'll
for
say.
him.
Bucks, maybe the Magic, a young team like that could use a
Okay.
veteran.
I if there wasn't rumors and it didn't seem inevitable that Giannis is gonna ask for a trade here, in the next week or two, I would say that Milwaukee would definitely make sense. But I think all indicate, and we'll talk about it here in a little bit, but I think all indications are Giannis is going to end up requesting a trade and getting out of Milwaukee. Um, I agree with you as far as the Clippers, typical Clippers. Anytime they
Yeah.
have any sort of success, they find a way to F it up. As an OKC fan, what I would do, and all OKC fans, what you guys should do is thank the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard for being so dumb and believing in Kawhi Leonard that they would actually give you all of that stuff for Paul George. Um, See how that worked out for the Clippers, jackasses. But yeah, Clippers just being the Clippers, right? You got a Hall of Fame guy. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think there's a question about that.
No.
One of the best point guards to ever play the game, not just in our generation, but in any generation.
Right.
Um, like you said, even towards the latter part of his career, right, did those things with OKC, led them to the play. He was the leader of that team,
Yep.
right? The heart and soul. Maybe not the most athletic or the best player on the team, but he was the leader of the team. Then
Yep.
he went from there to Phoenix, took the Suns to the freaking finals and had a 2-0 or 2-1 lead, 2-0 lead against Giannis and the Bucks. Then he goes from there, right? Where did he go after that? Where do you got? San Antonio or wherever. Either way,
Spurs. Yeah.
last year he played 82 games for the Spurs at his age, right? So clearly he still wants to play. He still has something in the tank. Clippers weren't the Clippers were just the Clippers, and I think the personalities clashed. I don't think they did right by him by sending him home in the middle of the night on a
That's
road
just
trip.
crazy.
With a guy like that, that's what you do to a guy that's in maybe he's a two-way player and he screwed something up, or that's maybe how you treat a guy like that if you treat anybody like that. But you definitely don't treat Chris Paul or somebody of his stature like that, in my opinion. Uh, I would say maybe Chris Paul takes a little bit of time off here and goes to because he wants to stay close to LA. That's why he went back to the Clippers to begin with. He wanted to be at home, close to his family. Now, Houston has a roster spot open, but they can't sign anybody until next month on the 19th. They could benefit from him being there. He could play with KD. I think that would work real well,
They need a point guard.
especially with Van Vliet out. They're averaging a lot of turnovers as well, which is something that he can help try to mitigate. LA Lakers have a roster spot open, but they're again another team that can't really sign anybody until next month because of the rules and things like that. And then the other team I'll say, and again, this is mainly because they're close and they're a contender. They're close to LA and they're a contender. The Denver Nuggets. I could see him going and maybe trying to help them get over the hump and challenge OKC. So
Yeah,
I don't see him going anywhere in the East because he doesn't want to go away from LA is
that would
my
make sense.
understanding. So those are the three teams I would say. Out of those three, I would say the most likely, if it were me, if I were guessing, it would be the Lakers, just so he could stick it to the Clippers. That would be
I
that would be
mean,
my
I
guess.
like those destinations. I'd probably go with Denver out of all those.
I mean
That's
that's
where I'd
another good
probably
one.
like to see him most.
Yeah.
Probably not as an OKC fan, actually, if I'm thinking out loud about that, but
Yeah.
yeah, him and Jokic, man, that would be crazy.
Oh
Two good,
man.
crazy good basketball IQs right there on the same
Yep.
floor.
Playmakers. Two.
Yeah,
Both of them can make plays and make the other guys on their team better. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Take
And
some of
see in
that ball
LA,
handling responsibility away from Jokic would be
right?
big for Denver.
Yep. Yeah, that could be a good destination. I don't know, like it, like I said, but I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, yeah. It would
Hey, we
definitely
want to
make the
beat the
West a
best.
little more
Iron
fun.
sharpens
That's
iron.
right. That's for sure. So, and it's not, I'll be honest, he's not going to go in and like be a major contributor. he's not going to go play major minutes, but he's
Right.
going to give you crucial minutes. He's going to do his job and be a leader in the locker room, which is probably what some of these teams need more than
And he still
anything.
got that
So
clutch gene.
he sure
That doesn't
does.
ever go away. I'll tell you that.
Nope, not at all. All right, let's talk about the top five power rankings. ESPN put out their power rankings, I believe it was yesterday. I shot over the top, or I didn't send over the top five, but I have them right here if you need me to read them off to you. And we'll see how do we agree with these, or do they need to change them, or is the order wrong? What is it? So I'll read them off to you. ESPN, no surprise, has OKC at number one. They have Detroit at number two. Houston at number three, Denver at number four, and the New York Knicks at number five. So I will open it up to you. How do you feel about ESPN's top five? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? And what's your top five look like?
Well, I guess the one I was looking at here, the power rankings, is definitely off from the ones you have. Um,
On
give,
ESPN?
yeah,
Maybe I'm
but
looking
I
at.
see the article that I'm reading is
Yeah.
dated for the 19th, so you definitely have the updated
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
literally
So this
clicked
is
on
from
the power
yesterday.
rankings button,
Oh,
so I
really?
figured it would take me to the updated
Wow.
one.
Wow. All right. So the latest one is OKC one, Detroit two, Houston three, Denver four, New York five.
Yeah, so well with Detroit, I think they're ranked still a little bit high. I think the top three teams are in the West, and
Okay.
that's OKC at number one. And then I'm gonna go with Denver at number two, Houston at number three, and then I'll go with Detroit at number four, and
Okay.
at number five, we'll go back over to the West, and I'm gonna go with the Spurs. So
That's funny.
why? What do you got?
I have the exact same top five. I just have Houston and Denver slipped. I got Houston at two and Denver at three. And then Detroit four, San Antonio five. No
Yeah,
question who's number one, obviously.
yeah, I mean, well,
Uh,
it's hard to argue. Okay, see, I mean,
yeah,
they have a 15.3 point differential, and they're
and they're
on
killing
track
it.
to break their own record, which they set last year, which was like 12.9. So they're
Yeah,
on track to break that by multiple points per game. Um, you know,
yeah,
and then Houston and Denver, they're also, 9 and 10 on plus, plus minus. So
yeah. Houston's the number one rated offense in the NBA. Like per possession, per 100 possessions, I believe they're the number one
yeah,
rated offense. So obviously, anytime you got KD, you're gonna have an efficient offense as long as he's healthy and the
yeah,
ball's running through him. Um, we still haven't seen what they're gonna look like with Van Vliet when he gets back fully healthy and going. But yeah, I think they're holding their own. Denver, like you said earlier, I think as long as you got the best player in the world and a decent supporting cast around them, you're going to be in the mix. So that's why I had them in that spot. I agree with you. I think ESPN has Detroit. I think they're basing it more off of their win total than really the eye test. And don't get me wrong, Detroit looks good, and we're going to talk about them a little more here in a minute. But I feel like they're just rated a little too high at number two there, so I wanted to move them down a little.
yeah,
Um, and then San Antonio, even without Wimby, they're still winning. They're 6-2 without him so far. He's getting back on the practice. He's already back on the practice court, so should be looking like coming back soon. I'd say probably right around Christmas, usually somewhere in there. Beginning of the years when a lot of these guys will come back when the season starts to ramp up. So I think they look great with the Aaron Fox running the show right now. So I have them at number five. And then it's like a log jam after that of any team you can pick a team and say, make a case for them to be six or seven. So
right.
um, Miami looks pretty interesting, right? I wouldn't say they're a top five team, but they're definitely playing much better than people anticipated and much better than what they looked like at the beginning of the season. Another team, and it was going to be one of our topics last week, but another team that's overachieving in my opinion and surprising people, Phoenix. Again, I wouldn't put them in the top five, but they've definitely overachieved and look a lot better than what I expected them to look like coming into the year, considering what they lost with KD and not having a true point guard. They're doing really good in Phoenix as well. So some
Yeah,
interesting teams out there. I was
there are
looking
for
at it. My
sure.
Celtics, my Celtics are only 2.5 games out of second place in the East. I don't think they're going to finish in second place, but just goes to show that you know East is a logjam like always with a bunch of mediocre teams. And if we had Jason Tatum, we'd probably be in first place right now, and it would be just a matter of time before the Thunder and the Celtics played in the finals. That's my opinion. But you know, we gotta
That would be
wait.
lovely.
We gotta wait and see. Here's what really quick on that subject. Jason Tatum, big deuce, big deuce. Let me talk to you, big deuce.
He doesn't mean big shit either.
I love you, bro. I love you. Only bad thing about you is you went to Duke. Other than that, everything about you is amazing. Great young man. Uh, from all accounts, an outstanding father, all that good stuff. Great player, everything. Please, please, please don't rush back. Please don't rush back. Take your time. Make sure you're 100% before you get back on the court. I seen you at practice the other day. I know you're already doing dribbling and cutting and stuff like that. It's great. I love the progress. Just please don't rush it. Please don't cause an aggravation. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Now that that is over with, we'll get back on track. Uh, let's talk about Detroit.
Yeah.
Obviously, we both feel like they're ranked a little too high in the power rankings, but power rankings don't really mean anything when it comes to whether you have a chance to actually do something in the playoffs. So my question to you is, based off of what we've seen the first quarter of the season, do you feel like the Detroit Pistons are for real? And obviously I know you're an OKC fan, so you're biased, and everyone should feel like OKC is the favorite. But given the right circumstance, do you think Detroit's a team that can win it all?
I mean, given the right circumstance, any team could win
Yeah,
it
you're right. But you
all.
know what I mean,
So
right?
I would say this. I think that Detroit's record is a bit misleading. You know, most of their games are against Eastern Conference teams,
Yeah.
right? So I would pick three teams in the West to win the finals before I'd pick the Pistons.
Okay.
So no, I'm gonna go with no. I think they're contenders in the East. They are legitimate contenders in the East, but not
Okay.
legitimate contenders to win the finals.
Got it. I got it. Okay.
That's
All
that's my
right.
take on it.
All right.
Cade Cunningham's a baller. Like they're great. I just don't think they're a deep
Yeah.
team. They're still a little young. And like I said,
Still
that
young.
any top team right now in the East, several years ago when Boston was at the top, they were like a legit dominant team. I don't think that anyone could question whether it was this, their record was good because they were in the East or in the West. Like they were
Yeah.
beating teams in both conferences pretty handily. This is different. I don't believe that Detroit is like that team in
All right.
Boston, for
All right.
example. There's
Oh, they're
just an
definitely
example,
not.
right?
Yeah, they're definitely not. Okay. All right. Yeah, I agree. I think they're definitely for real in the East, and everyone in the East got to take them seriously. Um, and I
Yes.
think I agree with you. I think if they meet OKC, Houston, Denver, even San Antonio, maybe
Possibly even
um,
San
in
Antonio. Yeah.
in the final, Lakers even in the finals, I think they lose to all of those teams.
Yeah.
Um, so so I think that they are for real when it comes to the Eastern Conference as far as championship contender. Not quite yet,
Right.
but like you said, they're a young team. OKC was a young team once before, and not saying that they have the draft capital that OKC has, but we've seen how young teams can get better by just making the right decisions in the draft, continuing to play together, and who knows, maybe a couple years from now, Detroit is a true contender. We'll see. And I agree with you as well. Kate Cunningham is finally coming into his own. Um, After showing flashes his first couple of seasons, he's really starting to look like a bona fide star on his way to being a superstar in the NBA right now. So
Yeah.
kudos to them, but they've still got a ways to go before I would agree with you. I think they got a ways to go before you could say they're championship contenders.
Right. Yeah. For example, Detroit's played 4 games total against Eastern Conference teams so far this year.
East or West?
West. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
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 4 games total
So this,
against Western Conference teams.
yeah. Okay.
All right.
Makes sense.
I just feel like everyone knows that the West is a tougher conference. There's no doubt
It
about it.
is. Definitely.
Got better teams,
Definitely.
head to
Better
toe,
players, period.
better players. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. The West is just lucky. The West is just lucky that Boston is on the wrong coast. That's
Yeah.
fine. Just kidding. All right. Let's talk about another guy that's in the East who has won a championship. And that's this. I might not have put this on your list. Maybe I did. Maybe I
You did.
didn't. But okay. Giannis. Let's talk about Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think I said it right. Um, a lot of reports coming out that he and the Milwaukee Bucks are having conversations about whether it's the right thing for him to stay with the team, whether they should make a move, what his future looks like with Milwaukee. I said earlier, I fully believe that it's inevitable he's going to be asking for a trade here in the next week or two to try and get out there and get it done before the trade deadline. Um, so I'll open it up to you. Do you see the Giannis situation improving in Milwaukee? Do you think that he eventually does get traded? And same thing with when we talked about CP3. If so, where do you think, who do you think should step up and take the swing for him?
Well, who? That's a tough question. You did make a good valid point about the CP3 thing because my initial thought was, man, CP3 could really help out over there, and I think him and Giannis would make a good tandem. But makes sense. CP3 is about to retire. He wants to stay close to home. Probably stay somewhere near there, and so that makes total sense. So by eliminating that, no, I don't see it getting any better. I thought that would be the quite the literally the only option to make it better. Um, and he likely will get traded. What destination? That's a tough one, in my opinion. If I'm looking in the West, I know the Spurs are a little bit young, but that could be a team,
Yeah,
him and Wimby together. Gosh, man, that could be
that'd
nasty.
be
And they have
scary.
a true point guard there too, so
Yeah,
some twin
yeah,
towers with a point guard. Who's that?
that'd
Does
be
that remind you
scary.
of a team?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, whatever. Whatever.
um,
Win one championship, all of a sudden, fucking
well, I was
that
actually thinking
goddamn
about
expert.
the
I'm just messing with
Spurs,
you.
old
I'm
Spurs
just
team
messing with
with the Twin
I'm just
Towers.
messing with I'm just messing with you, bro.
But I mean, you mentioned it, just saying. But I was
Yeah.
actually comparing them to
Nah.
another Spurs
But no,
team.
you're right. Yeah. I was thinking about your team. I mean, you got 2 7-footers with Chet and Harkenstein, and then you got the point guard. So but they're kind of built in that same model
Yeah,
of San Antonio back in the day, right?
right.
Um, so yeah, I can
So,
see that. And then you're right, San Antonio, they had Duncan and Robinson at the same time. So yeah, I could see that.
um, and then maybe a team in the East, team like the Heat could probably use them.
Yeah,
Magic. I keep going to the Magic because they struggled early on, but then they got their legs under them, started winning some games. They moved up to the number 5 spot.
yeah.
They're young. They need another veteran superstar, and Giannis could be that guy. I know you were saying the C's earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna trade Scalabrine to Milwaukee. I would love to have him in Boston. The problem is you just be trading one high paid guy for another high paid guy because there's no way that Milwaukee's taking anything less than Jaylen Brown and a handful of picks and players along with them. So
True.
I just don't see that happening. Jaylen Brown is a Boston guy. I would love to see it, but I just don't see it happening. I think that if it's up to Giannis, I think he gets his wish and he ends up in New York because that's what he tried to make happen this summer, and it just didn't pan out for him. Because he wants to be in the big market, right? And I think if New York can figure out a way to make it happen without giving up Jalen Brunson, then the New York Knicks should absolutely try to make that trade. I don't think they can. I don't think they'll be able to. But if they can and they can keep Jalen Brunson, oh, dude, much as I can't stand the Knicks, I would tune into almost every game to watch Jalen Brunson and Giannis play together.
Yeah, so I was gonna say though, I just don't I can't see the combination of Carl Anthony Towns and Giannis really working well
Oh, Cat
together.
be gone. Cat would be
They're
gone.
two different
Promise you.
styles.
They
I
play the
don't
same
know.
position. Cat would be gone.
Yeah.
They'd get rid of Cat. I guarantee you. Because of that exact thing you just said right there. Their styles don't match.
No, they don't
Brunson,
at
I,
all.
I promise you, Brunson would much rather play with
Oh,
Giannis.
I don't. There's
Who
no doubt
wouldn't?
about it. I think
Oh
Giannis
yeah,
is obviously a much better player than
yeah.
Cat.
Bridges,
Um,
as much as I wouldn't want to part with Bridges, Cat, and a couple other guys,
yeah,
pack your bags. See you later. You guys are going to freeze your ass off in Milwaukee. Uh, is what I'd be saying. But yeah, I think if it's up to Giannis, that's his preferred destination. Now, as far as teams that should go after him, any team that does not have a superstar that is his age or younger should go after him.
yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality of it,
No, that
right?
is the reality.
Uh, you know, even a team like I don't know if they I would have to look and see what assets they have, and I doubt they have any because they gave up so much with these two stupid trades for Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal. But Booker and Giannis, that would be a nice combination, right? I don't know how the Suns fans would embrace Giannis since he's the guy that knocked them out in the finals, but maybe they would. Who knows?
Yeah,
I think that'd be a
maybe.
nice little combination too. Two high volume scorers that can fill up the bucket and demand a double team. So, all right. So Giannis, hey, Scalabrini for Giannis, straight up. You guys will have the best. You'll have the best announcing crew in all of Milwaukee. Just kidding. All right, let's talk about the record. We're on record watch. I didn't put this on your list.
This was
It
not.
was going to be on there, but then I for some reason didn't put it in there. But we've been talking about it last couple of weeks. I know your fandom last time we got together said 80% chance OKC breaks the record, and I was at roughly 30, right?
Yeah,
They're currently 21-1. They're one of only four teams that have won 21 of their first 22 games. Um, Looks like they got a really good shot to hit the record. So, what would you put the percentage at currently for them to hit 74 or higher?
gonna bump it up a little bit and go to 82%.
Okay,
82%.
I like it.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna
We
bump mine up. I was at 30 a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna say it's about 40%. 40% chance
Ooh.
it's improving. Um, I think Draymond said it best last night or night. I think it was last night after they got done playing, when they asked him about it, and he said OKC is fully capable of doing it. Um, you got to have things bounce your way, even though they're capable of doing. You got to have some luck involved. But one of the funniest things he said was 73 wins took some years off my life. It's hard. Oh, so yeah, I think no, I agree with him. I think OKC absolutely can do it. What it's going to come down to, I think, is when it gets down to the end of the season, do they want to chase the record or not? Is what it's going to come down to. That's the only thing that's going to stop them is them deciding, look, we got everything wrapped up. We don't want to chase that, or them deciding that's our motivation for the regular season because we have everything wrapped up already and there's nothing else to play for right now.
I
So
mean, I think they're playing to get it.
I think so.
They
They're not
players are
shying away
they're
from the talk about
competitive.
it. Yeah, they're not shying
They're
away from the talk
competitive
about
young
it. So
team. And I think they are playing to get that record, and I think they're gonna get it. So I'm excited to watch it as a fan, just a fan of basketball. I know there's a lot of people out there that are OKC haters, but whatever. Never
Raiders.
mind them.
Yeah.
Just we're witnessing great basketball. It's like me with LeBron. LeBron's great, but I'm a LeBron hater. You know?
Can't stand him on the court.
No, no,
He's a phenomenal basketball player,
he's great.
but I can't
He's
stand him.
great. I just don't
Now,
like him. It's like
now,
it is what it is.
like I
Whatever.
always say
Cool.
though,
Respect the greatness, though.
like I always say, boy, you signed with the Celtics. I'll have me a LeBron James jersey the next day. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah, yeah.
for real.
That's too
Um,
funny. But yeah, man, 82%,
yeah,
we're gonna get the record.
okay. All right, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm starting to lean that way. I'm starting to lean that way. And obviously, knock on wood, hopefully they stay healthy. And even it seems
Health.
like,
Yeah, health.
even if it seems like they're able to overcome some of their health issues as well and still keep rolling, but hopefully they don't have to deal with any, and they can give it a good run. And if they do it, they do it. They deserve it. And kudos to them because Sam Presti put together a hell of a team. He made some great moves. He bamboozled a bunch of dumbass owners and GMs, and that's what they get.
Thank you, Clippers.
Absolutely. Kawhi Leonard caused all of this shit. Dumbass. Anyways, all right. Speaking of Kawhi Leonard, what, is that a rip-off artist or what? Dude, that's the
For
biggest
real.
fucking biggest legal robbery in the history of robberies. But
I liken it to
I'm
Kevin Kolb of the NFL.
oh
Remember all that money he collected as a backup?
yeah. I'm off of one game.
One
Well,
game.
oh yeah. So all right. We remember though probably the most famous moment in Kawhi's career, the game winner, or the one to send it to overtime, I think it was in game seven against Philly, Eastern Conference Finals, I think it was, maybe semifinals, whatever it was, where the ball bounced about three, four times and then went in, and Toronto ended up winning. They went on to beat Golden State in the championship, basically because Golden State lost half their team during the freaking series. But my point is this: you can imagine how great that felt to make that shot. So I want to wrap up with this because last week or last time we wrapped up with the would you rather question. I'm going to hit you with another would you rather question. Would you rather hit a dagger game winning three? You're down by two, you come out, you hit the game winner, no time left. Would you rather throw down a game winning jam a la DeAndre Ayton in the playoffs when he caught the ball above the rim and dunked it from the inbound pass? Or would you rather get that game winning block a la the LeBron James chase down block that we saw against Iguodala? Of those three, which one would you prefer?
Well, I misunderstood the assignment, just so you
Okay.
know.
All
But
right.
I still like it. I thought what you were gonna ask was who do you want to take the game winning
Oh, we
three?
could do that
Like,
too.
but it's okay. Yeah, we'll do that too. But I'm gonna go with dunk. I would just want to posterize the hell out of someone to win a game.
That's right.
Ah, man,
Because I
get off
can't
of
do
me,
that.
son.
That's
And
right.
then I have to let go of the rim real fast not to get a tech. But still, I'll just dunk all over someone to win the game.
That's
I
right.
mean, a
Because I
block and
can't
a
do
tray
that.
is nice, man, but nothing gets the crowd fired up like a poster.
Oh, all right. I like it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna
I think
take
I would.
Steph Curry
I
to
think
hit
I
my
would
game-winning
go.
three.
Oh, go for it. Okay.
No, I'm gonna take Steph Curry to hit my game-winning three. I'm gonna take Giannis to hit my game-winning dunk, and I'm gonna take Chet right now to get my game-winning block.
All right. All right. All right. I like those three. All right. So if I was picking, I would have to say, man, dunk is nice. Dunk is nice. I'm gonna go with the block.
Ooh.
Oh, just a nice, just a straight up, just stuff a jam. Like somebody's going in for a game winning dunk, and I block that shit. Oh, that would be so great. That would make me feel good.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Um, either one of those because I'm not tall enough to get up to the rim, so that would make me feel great.
yeah.
Uh, three pointer would be nice, but like,
Eh.
anybody can shoot. All right, now to your part of the assignment, game winning three pointer. I'm gonna take you old school,
Oh, ooh, ooh.
Larry Joe Bird.
Okay. I went current league, but
Okay,
I like that. Yeah,
all
bring
right,
it back. Bring it back.
all right. Game winning dunk, his airness, Michael Jordan. I mean,
No doubt
all
about
right.
it.
There's so many dudes you could pick though.
Clyde
Vince Carter.
Glide.
Actually, I take that back. I take that back. Vince Carter. That's
Ooh.
who. That's who I would like to see.
Yeah.
My game winning dunk.
Okay,
Some
okay.
between the legs, nasty shit.
Nasty.
Some BC Vinsanity shit.
I love it.
Game winning block. This one I am going old school. Shaquille O'Neal.
Ooh, okay. All right, all right. I like it. I like it. If I was going
That
old
was a
school
good
players, I
second part of
probably
the
probably
assignment.
have you. Huh?
That was a good second part of the assignment. I like it.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
I was
I'm glad
going
I
current,
listened.
I'd probably have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Steph for my game winning three, for the dunk, Giannis or Ant-Man. I don't know, maybe Aaron Gordon because he
Oh,
can get
yeah.
up there.
He can.
And the game winning block, if I'm going current, I'm going Wimby.
I knew you would go Wimby.
I love Wimby, dude.
I do too, but I I
I
got
know.
my guy.
You're
And
right.
Chet, man,
Hey, Chet's nice too.
he
Hey, Chet's
gets in
nice.
those blocks, man. He loves that. He
He
loves
does.
to block
He'll
those
send that
shots,
shit into
man.
the crowd. Yeah,
Fuck
Chet's
yeah.
nice. I like
Yeah.
Chet.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, all right, that was a good one. I like it. All right, cool. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope. That's it, man. I'm just
All
excited for
right.
the get toward the end of the football season. Then we can start watching more basketball. These segments will get a lot better. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some more action to talk about as the
Yeah,
season goes along. Some obviously playoff races, award races, all-star things start heating up, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just football season is so exciting right now.
it
It's
really
hard to
is.
kind of take our focus off of that. So, but it's definitely good to get together and talk about it, keep our mind on it. Keep our pulse on it, keep our finger on the pulse a little bit. So there we go. All right.
Cool.
Well, if that's all you got, that's all I got. Oh, you know what? I got one last thing. I got one last thing. It's not NBA related. It's college related.
Okay.
It's college related. Okay. If there's any Kentucky Wildcats fans out there, sorry, not sorry. Sorry. Carolina got that ass. Anyways, go Heels, baby. All right, we are out of here. Please catch us next time on the next edition of Kiss My Glass. As always, I'm Brad. He's Justin. We appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll leave with these last two thoughts. Don't forget, division is a math problem. It should never be a people problem. And please be kind. It is free, even if you are talking to Lakers fans. Peace.
Peace.